let's talk about some books for our preschoolers. These guys are starting to figure out reading and want to be able to use a lot of it on their own, but still need a little bit of help. And so there are these giant big books that really get into all of the different subjects that your kids are asking about. And you got to go through and answer all sorts of questions that you didn't even know that you had. And every time I read these books, I learn something new. And so we love these books, the big books. And then another fun series is our Look Inside series. This one has a lot of flaps, but not too overwhelming of text, but just enough that they're always learning about what's going on. This one is a brand new book all about all the things that go. So you get to go in here and try to find, what do you think is inside this truck? It's sheep. And look at what happens inside the truck with the sheep. Someone is taking care of them. And so those books are so great. And this other one is the first questions and answers, all about where do babies come from? What's inside your tummy? A little brother or sister for you. Do storks ever bring babies? No, that's just a story people have been telling for hundreds of years. And then you got to go through a very G-rated, how did the baby get in your tummy? A tiny sperm from daddy joined with a tiny egg inside me. Why are these birds dancing together? It's kind of a test. The birds want to see if they're good enough for each other before they start a family. So you got to go through and learn about what's going on with mom and the baby and your family, but also what's going on with all of the other animals and their families. Until you get to the end, and you got to see what all these animals will grow up to be, and then what will these two babies grow up to be too. It is a great story to really get involved and help teach your kids sometimes those little tricky subjects. And then the alphabet of peculiar creatures. This takes your kids through the ABCs, but in a very different way, because you're learning about animals that they may not have ever heard of, and you might not have either. Like H is for hyrax. These little mammals might look like big rats, but they actually share ancestors with elephants. Hyrax and elephants have similar teeth, toes, and skulls. Questions and answers about weather. This is a new book inside of our question and answers book that focuses all about these questions. Where, what, when, yes or no, why, and which, and how. Those are questions that we hear a lot. And so you got to go through, what are rainbows made of? And open the flap to find out. And it is so great to really dive into subjects with your kids. And there's this brand new series that's this a little bit longer storybook that your kids get to be involved and really start jumping around and showing you what they can do as you learn about what the animals are doing. Like, how do you eat? Well, when a panda is hungry, it picks plants with its giant paws. And you got to go through the entire story learning all about your animals. Those are some of our amazing preschool books.